What's up, guys? Welcome back. Another day. So today we are going to auger the holes for the hoop barn posts so that tomorrow, hopefully, we can get those in and get them concreted and get the hoop barn done next weekend. Hopefully. We'll see. That's the plan anyhow. So get ready, because we're going to auger some holes and you're going to come along with me. So let's get to it.
Yup. So good.
Officially the first hole dug of the hoop barn for the post. We're shooting for about 4 foot deep. Looks like I'm gonna have to go back down in there and get a little more. First time using this auger, so not super sure how deep I should have went just by looking at it. But I'm gonna throw a tape measure down in here, and then I'm gonna set y'all up and I'm gonna dig some more holes for you. Alrighty, well, we got all of our holes dug, all 30 of them. Like I said, we got 13 6x6s down each end, and then I've got two in the middle there, in each end for the doors. So I've got 26 with both sides, and then 4 for each end. So 30 posts. So we got all the holes dug for that, and she did pretty dang good. First time running that thing with an auger on it, and I tell you, it beats a 3-point hitch on a tractor. But as my luck has it, something always happens. Bent the pin up right here, so I'll have to get a new one of that. But the worst part of it all is this hydraulic cylinder. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but the hydraulic cylinder for the tilt is leaking too. So I'm gonna have to order a seal kit for that and get that redone, and be a good another video. So, but other than that, I think that's about all I've got today. I'm just gonna finish up a few odds and ends, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get the post set, concreted, braced up, and yeah, be starting to look like a barn belongs here. So, and hopefully next weekend we'll be able to get the hoops up and tarps up, and then it will look like a barn. And I'll get some metal down the sides, and then I'm gonna put metal on the front and everything too, but that's probably gonna come at a later date. It's not priority at the moment. So, well, here we are back today. We're getting ready to, we're gonna put those posts in for the hoop barn. I am headed that way. Just picked up some Sack Creek, throwing the holes, and some 2x4s for braces. And we're gonna run by Mom and Dad's real quick. I have to pick up some rebar pieces and spud bar, and I need to get another grain cart tire for a cattle water, because the one I was going to use for the second water the other day, it's got some stuff in it and I want to clean it out before I lay it down. So yeah, so that's what we're into this morning. Lowe's didn't open up till 9 o'clock this morning, so a little bit later start than I was hoping for, but that's okay. I got to sleep in a little bit this morning and eat breakfast with the wife, so that was good. And so hopefully this won't take too long stopping by and getting this stuff, and we can get over there and get some posts in the ground. So I probably won't do a whole lot of talking today on this, just because we really focused on trying to get everything squared up and all my measurements right and stuff like that. So get ready and let's get to it. Going on. So we got 4 posts down here, and we've got the 4 posts down there. We got those in. They are concreted, braced up, and good to go. That's about all we got done yesterday. My measurements were a little bit off on a couple posts, so I had to dig them out by hand a little bit. And let me tell you, I was about exhausted by the time we got all this done yesterday. So I'm back today. I'm going to put in a few more posts. I've got some things to do around here, so I probably won't get a whole lot put in, but I'm hoping they go a little bit faster and easier than these end ones did. But I'll show you a little bit. So you might be wondering why this post is so tall, that post is a little bit shorter, and why it's offset from the center. So I know I mentioned before, but my stalls are going to set on this side, and they're going to be 12 foot by 12 foot. Well, this is a 32 foot wide barn, so center's at 16 foot, and at 16 foot, the hoop setting on 6 foot post is 18 foot to the center. So because of that, because of the way my stalls are sitting, for my 12 by 12 door, I had to make that post a little bit taller, because it's going to be the hoop, where that hits the hoop is a little bit taller, and I'm running 10 on the front everywhere where the door's not going to be, so I needed that to go up so I can run my boards and stuff to screw the 10 to and stuff. And that one's a little bit shorter just because of how close it sits to that side, and of course that hoop gets a little bit shorter to that side. So that's the method behind that. So We are, like I said, I'm gonna do a few things around here. I'm gonna finish up that cattle water, that second cattle water from the other day, so I can try and get the skid steer back tonight. Had a pretty eventful day yesterday, really. My truck blew a power steering line, so luckily my wife stopped by and she was able to run to the parts store and grab that for me, and I got that on my truck last night before I left out of here. But yeah, it's coming along. It's starting to look like a barn, an oddly shaped barn, but it'll all make sense once we get the hoops up and get all that started. So, all right, I don't know if I mentioned it before or not, but in each of these posts, I'm driving two 10-inch pieces of rebar in there, just down at the bottom of the post. And the reason I'm doing that is that way the concrete has a little more something to grab to than just the wood. I have heard stories of the wind catching these and pulling the post up out of the concrete. So I thought, better be safe than sorry, and got me some rebar and drilled me 2 holes at the end of each post and hammer in a couple pieces of rebar down in there just for extra security. So there's a hole I drilled. There's one there and one there. Drive that down in there and drive that down in there. They stick out a couple inches on each side. Enough to where I can still move them around in the holes, but enough to give the concrete a little something else to grab onto. So, looks like Layla found her a bottle to play with and entertain herself while I work. So yeah, that's what we got going on. I got 22 posts to put in. I got all the side ones to do. And like I said, I've got all the end ones in. There's old Whitey. And like I said before, the reason why that one's taller is just because of how my stalls fit, and it's not exactly centered. The doorway is not exactly centered in the barn. So, but yeah, she's coming along, and I busted my mixing bucket for my concrete yesterday, so I'm gonna have to find me a new one for that. But hopefully, I'll get some of these posts in here and clean these holes out a little bit and get some posts in here. So I'm gonna stretch my string up all the way along the edge here so I can make sure I get a good straight edge and can gauge my height and stuff. So that's what we got going on.